right, fellas, like we practiced.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Come on down, come on down, hanging with the brothers tonight, yeah. Come on down to the brothers commonplace tonight. We are recording.
Alrighty, here we go. Welcome everyone to the Brothers Commonplace, a comedy and crime podcast where we cover monsters, murders, mysteries, and more. And in case you haven't noticed, it is just the Tooth and I. We got the gruesome twosome going on today.
Just the Tooth and us.
Oh,
we can make it if we try. Just the Tooth and us.
You and I. Dude, Will Smith's.
He sings that?
He does the just the two of us. Yeah, he does a
like
cover
Men in
of
Black
that.
or something, or oh
No, it's about him and his son. But he has a rhyme where he's like, it's like CD-ROM, CD. I'm trying to pretend I know on that PC where that CD go.
Oh, okay, hell yeah,
dude, it's fucking good.
God, dude.
Hey. They saying I'm soft. Yeah, Microsoft.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That just sounds like you have a small dick.
Dude, the Will Smith stuff's so funny. My dad sometimes takes me to school and he takes down his pants. Hey, that's enough there, son. Have you seen that video?
No, dude. What
They're
is
like
it?
on the fucking Ellen show or something. And like Jada's there. I think Willow's there.
God.
And he's like, my dad's so funny. He's like, sometimes he takes me to school and he just pulls down his pants. And Will Smith's like, hey, whoa, what are you talking about? He's always cracking jokes. And, oh, dude, it's so awkward and weird. And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck, Will Smith? Let him talk more. What's that all about?
How do I find it? Is it Will Smith yells at Jaden Smith at the Oscars?
No.
Okay, I'm going to play that, whatever that is, while you're looking for it.
Because he tricked me. I thought it was a...
Okay, so we're going to get into this episode. I'm so sorry. Tooth caught me off guard by immediately dropping some gold on me, so we will jump into this. But first, here's this.
Did you have a good time working with your dad? Well, no, because he tricked me. I thought it was a comedy, but it was actually a drama. What does your dad do?
My name.
Okay.
Damn it.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know that's what it was going to be. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was just a cut one.
So while Tooth finds this, let's see. Getting into this case, just like our boy Detective Willie Stinkbait said after looking at the colander, just as I thought, it's hunting season.
Oh, hell yeah.
Today, we're going to be talking about Chai Vang and the hunting murders in Wisconsin. Okay, so I'm just going to play this.
Yeah.
When I'm at school, sometimes my dad will just pull his pants down.
What?
Will is always playing. Okay.
Like, all right, so like obviously get some more conspiracy theories and about Jaden's sexuality and whatever, and like I think they're trying to play some molestation angle, whatever, who cares? When would he pull his pants down at school?
When
Like to help him pee, maybe, I guess. So like, hey, if you're 5 years old or 3, like, hey son, this is how you pee in a urinal. But like,
I can never
don't even know, dude. It's
imagine
weird.
any scenario where my son would need to say, yeah, my dad is always pulling his pants down on the way to school.
Unless his dad is like one of those dudes who wears like a button-down suit and then rips it off like it's like NBA warm-ups and then has shorts underneath. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. That's all you got.
Dude, I know. So I talked a very little bit about the Luka trade to the Lakers. I'm going to try not to talk about it too much because we
Okay.
got this big case.
We'll wait till the end.
However, the Mavericks played the Cavs just now. And I know, obviously, Anthony Davis
Today?
isn't there yet. Yeah, they just played.
Okay.
And like one of the reasons for them trading was like, well, I believe defense wins championships. Dude, the Cavs dropped 50 points the first quarter.
Oh.
It was 50-19
Did Davis
the first
play it?
quarter. No, obviously he didn't
damn
play, so it didn't
Okay.
matter, but that was
Damn.
funny.
That would have been so fucking funny.
Wow, dude. The Lakers fucking ruled this trade so fucking hard, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't get into it. All right, so today we're talking about Chai Vang and the hunting murders in Wisconsin. This is a very controversial one. So I try to come at it from a point of view of not taking any sides. However, it's a very racial case.
I'll say, is this the only Asian person in Wisconsin?
It's sort of it kind of
Straight
comes
up,
down
dude.
to that.
Yeah.
Our sources for this are Wikipedia/Murderpedia, Chicago Tribune, and then I tried not to use sources that were heavily biased towards one side because no one meets in the middle for this.
Oh, okay.
Everyone either blames the racist side, which I think both sides play into this, or the other side, which we'll talk about. But it's very controversial. Any video or any web page you pull up that has comments about this case are very extreme. Like the comments are very extreme, both sides.
Okay.
So I bet we'll get angry listeners because of this, but I'm trying to keep it in the middle.
Because, I mean, we are a comedy
Oh, there we
crime
go.
podcast.
Yes.
Like, yes, we're a crime podcast, but we're comedy first.
Yes.
So some people do take offense, like, you guys are just like making fun of their names, and like, yeah, we just try and find the dark humor in anything.
Yes.
Because like every case we cover, obviously we feel bad for victims and everything. Like we're not like we're never on the killer side.
Yeah. I mean, we do.
Unless they're Mel Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Mel Hall of Fame's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, your boy Austin, I commented to him because we were talking about it. And I was like, dude, you have an open spot anytime if you want to come record an episode with us. Mm-hmm. Like, just get a hold of two if you can. Like, we'll have a spot for you, dude. Even if you just sit there and hang out with us, you're invited.
I'm sure he'd love to just be a part. Yeah.
And he said, sweet, I'll do it. How could I pass up a chance to see the bros live?
Oh, dude, that's cool.
So, yeah, if there's a time you want to join us, just get a hold of two. We'll figure it out.
Okay. I have two like jokes.
Yeah.
So like, I wonder what stands out more: an Asian person in Wisconsin or Greg Oden walking through the Ohio State campus where he's the only 7 fucking 1 footer.
I know.
And then like, if this guy, guy was in Wisconsin, does he have the Hey Arnold, Mr. Chang voice?
No, I wish.
I'm from Wisconsin.
You can offer me a diamond-plated pearl.
You can give me all the cheese curds in the world in Wisconsin.
Dude, I can't get into it, but it is bullshit that Greg Oden is considered a bust.
Yeah. Injuries
Okay,
don't
we
matter.
agree on that? Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, he's only 37?
Okay, he's Durant's age.
Wow.
Ish.
I mean, he looks like he's been 37 since he came in the league, but damn, it felt like he's...
He
wow.
looks like him and LeBron were twins, and LeBron was the twin that zapped all the energy and life away from him. He's just old LeBron.
Yeah. That's funny.
Dude, he looks how LeBron should be looking and playing right now.
Yeah, exactly. He really does. I hate calling someone a bust because of injuries.
Yeah.
I think that's shitty. But okay, let's get into
Unless
this.
they cause it, like the Zion stuff.
Yeah.
Your hamstring hurts, dude, because you're fat and you don't work out,
But
dude.
we did get to witness him destroy the Cavs live.
Oh, yeah.
He fucking had his career high at that point. Wasn't it a career high that game?
Was it 43 maybe?
It was
38 and higher. I do know that.
Okay, let me see. Zion
I don't know what year it was.
career.
I kind of know what draft he is.
I think it was his second year. Okay, so his career high is 43 points in
my God.
2022 against the Timberwolves.
Okay.
He had at least 30
Yeah,
points.
I know. I want to say it really was 38 and higher.
Okay, let me find one against Cleveland. I'll find it right here. Cleveland, 36 points.
So that was that one.
April 11th was the game we saw.
I know it's that. Then,
Yep,
yeah.
36 points on us is what he had. Okay, we got to get into this. So, this is a very racial case. No matter what our opinions are on this and what it's going to be, will upset one side or the other. That's just how it is with this case.
Yeah.
Some people believe that this was a case of self-defense after a racist attack on a man. And the other side thinks that it was a guy, a madman, who just kind of had enough and lost it, who was kind of down on his luck. We'll get into it.
It's just pretty much Kanye. I gotcha.
So we're going to mention that a few times because all the comments on pages are always extreme views. A lot of them are like, the only crime here is that he didn't kill more.
Oh,
and shit, there's
okay.
a lot of shit like that. But
dude.
I think there's a little bit of both sides. So I'm trying to take a view down the middle, unbiased view. But it was very hard because every video is very extreme. Also, before we get too far ahead, we have a Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
We will be doing shout-outs. So every time we get a new member that supports us on Patreon, we shout everybody out at the end of the episode. And just so I don't forget, we also had a request for a hashtag pretzel dick. So I'm going to say that now in case I forget. That's for you, Gina. And so if you want to support us on Patreon, before I forget, you can do that for $2 or $5 a month. You get a bonus episode every week. This episode's already up. I recorded a solo Dirty Dog House. It's like a little over an hour long. But yeah, you get a bonus episode every week, and then we give you a shout out. Every time we get a new supporter, we shout everybody out at the very end. So, okay, here we go. This case is taking place up north in Meteor, Wisconsin. Just straight up called Meteor.
Dude,
awesome
so
name. I wish there was something cool to talk about in this town, but there's really not. Like normally on the page, there's some sort of history, like under like Nova, even under Nova, Ohio. It's like this was the last place believed that Johnny Appleseed planted a tree.
What?
Which is probably bullshit.
Yeah, dude,
but
that's so
at
cool.
least
What
it
a
says
cool lie.
something.
Yeah. This is where Linkin Park got inspiration for one of their CD's names.
Dude, come
Meteorola
on.
or whatever it is.
Yeah. According to the census in 2000, it had a population of 170 people.
Oh, fuck. This place is small.
Yeah, dude. Well, 170 people. Was that how many guys my ex-wife slept with? Stupid. What time did we start?
What, did all the members of the Patreon move here? I wish.
Population density of about 4.9 per square mile.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. And probably to know...
Is this like in the early 1800s or some shit? When's this
No,
time frame?
that was a census in 2000. And since then, there is one, I think, in 2020 where there's less people. I think it has like 150 now.
Holy fuck, dude. Imagine Tinder there.
Yeah, I know,
Dude, imagine like
Hey,
as soon as they swipe left, like that's the only fucking
yeah.
person in this town.
It's like,
Oh no.
Hey, Dad, do you want a date? No. Well, then I guess I'll move somewhere else because that was it. Ever since Mom left you, you're the only single person in this fucking town.
Dude, your dad doesn't do it, and then you just switch to Grindr.
Yeah,
Hey, what the fuck? Dad's on there too?
What the fuck, Dad? My dad's on there, but he's doing blackface. I'm like, Dad, what the fuck is
What
this?
the fuck? Why'd you super like me?
So, yeah, it's probably no surprise at all that it's almost entirely all white, 95.8% white. The next is 1.76% Native American. So even smaller percentage is like everything else.
There's one Native American.
There's like one Indian guy up there.
Wait, if I'm trying to do math, 104 people in the census or 114?
140.
40, okay.
Or 170 or 150, somewhere between there.
So I was like, what is there, like 1.5 Native Americans?
Yeah,
They're
there's like
you're missing your legs? All right, I'll try
Yeah.
0.5 for that one.
Okay, yep. So this is from their website of the town. Quote, we have a population of approximately 150 residents. We are a community of 36 square miles of land with agriculture, woods, land, lake, river, and streams. We enjoy a large variety of wildlife through all 4 seasons. As a town, we are very aware of our environment and natural resources. We try to preserve and protect our resources and learn how to conserve all that we have. So it looks like a very nice place. Like there's a lot of spread out like trees and a lot of hunting goes on here. Hunting is huge here.
Okay.
And so now we have our main guy here, Chai Vang. Not to be confused with Chai Vang, who's also in Wisconsin, who was murdered by James Nichols on January 6, 2007 because of a racial attack.
Oh, okay.
Almost the exact same name, but this is a different case.
That's weird.
Yeah. So our guy, Chai Vang here, he was born in, I don't know how to pronounce this place, Laos?
Oh,
Do you know how to say it?
Laos. I think it's Laos.
It's the only landlocked country in Southeast Asia. He was born September 24th in 1968. And yes, I know what you're thinking. That was, in fact, the exact day that CBS first premiered 60 Minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude,
I was thinking that.
We had a manager at Bob's who would come back and be like, you know what, Kev? You're so dumb. It takes you 2 hours to watch 60 Minutes. And like we laughed once at that, and that became his only insult.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Damn,
my
dude.
impression didn't give it away, but it was Patchell.
Oh, okay, dude.
He would always yell at us because he'd be like, "Whoa, what are you guys yelling back there?" We're like, "We didn't say anything." He's like, "I heard one of you yell my giant nutsack."
Whoa, he said that?
Because we yelled it and he heard it.
Oh, okay.
We're like, "We didn't say that,
what?
dude." He's like, "Yes, you did."
Okay.
I was like, "We were talking about the sack of golf ball," because he showed us a picture of golf balls like months ago. We just pulled that out of our ass. We're like, "No, we were talking about that picture you showed us." He's like, "Why'd you call it a giant nutsack?" Like, I didn't mean to.
Dude, one of my regrets from working with you guys is I wish I would have did something that got fired. Like, I wish I would have just showed him.
Should have been. You should be in jail.
I wish I would have showed him Poop Picasso. What could a manager have like done if I would just like went out and like, hey, on the wall up there, I just threw my poop. And he's like, what? Imagine if I had another to-go box with poop in it. And I'm just like, you don't believe me? And I take it and throw it up there. He's like, what the fuck? Get out of here. I'm like, okay, bye. And he's like, what the fuck's going on, dude? Like, you want to throw one? He's like, yeah.
Dude, the first turd. So with the story of Poop Picasso, we sometimes work would get so shitty we needed tooth to do extreme things to get us through the day.
Yeah, you got to boost morale.
And towards the end, it was literally just Tooth shitting, and he would he army crawled like he shit in a box, took the shit in his hand like he was army crawling through the trenches of a fucking war, and he's holding a grenade. He crawled through under a tree through mulch with it for some reason.
Yeah.
And then he chucked it. He chucked one turd up at the building. It stayed on the wall for like, we would always look for it. It was there for like weeks, months.
Without exaggerating, after rain, I don't know if there was snow, but after rain and everything, it literally was at least a month.
Yeah, he threw it so hard and it just
And not the whole
stuck.
thing. It did like, part of it did get rained away. It was probably a good 4-inch turd. And the splatter that was left was at least 2 inches.
And then
it just stuck up there forever.
And then he took a giant pipe and smeared it, and it got stuck on the end of it. Because I remember yelling out, "It's a poop paintbrush." And then Tooth goes, "I'm Poop Picasso."
Oh, dude.
And it was so fucking good. And then the other turd, he just climbed on the roof with it and dropped it down some open pipe. I don't know
Yeah, it was
what
like a vent shaft.
Yeah, it just dropped it. And then we had the video evidence of all of this on a cell phone, and none of us know what happened to the cell phone.
It's Kevin's cell phone, right?
It's gone. Yeah.
Dude, some guy in a landfill's like, this is fucking cool,
He's like,
dude.
this fucking rules. I don't know why we told this story.
He's like, dude, this cell phone fucking rules. Yeah, you guys should draft Johnny Manziel.
He's the homeless guy.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, quote, the Laotian Civil War, pronounced wrong, sorry, I don't know how to say it, was waged between the communist Pathet Lao and the Royal Lao government from May 23rd, 1959 to December 2nd, 1975. The Kingdom of Laos was a covert theater during the Vietnam War, with both sides receiving heavy external support and a proxy war between the global Cold War superpowers. The fighting also involved the North Vietnamese, South Vietnamese, American, and Thai armies, both directly and through irregular proxies. The war is known as the Secret War among the American CIA Special Activities Center and Hmong and Mien veterans of the conflict. And our guy was born right in the middle of that, so sadly, much of his childhood was spent in a refugee camp in Thailand.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
And, dude, so just the USA and Russia were just like, hey, let's just take a random country and just like fucking like start a war there. You supply the North, we'll supply the South. And kind of who wins, we'll just like determine that's like you win part one of the war.
Yeah, I don't know
Dude,
anything about this. Yeah.
Dude.
Quote, Chai Vang was 7 years old when news reached his village that the soldiers were coming. Until then, life in Laos had been relatively peaceful. Vang and his family lived in a straw hut, sleeping on mats on the dirt floor. They grew corn, rice, and vegetables. Vang's father hunted deer and wild boar in the jungle.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like many Hmong, an ethnic group that lived in the country's most isolated mountaintops, Vang's father had fought with forces allied with the United States during the Vietnam War. When the war was over, the Hmong found themselves the target of a brutal retaliatory campaign by the communist government of Laos. Tens of thousands of Hmong fled to the Thai border, and during the rainy season of 1975, Vang's family joined the exodus.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so like grew up in a pretty shitty time.
Yeah.
His family would escape, and then we have different versions kind of on what happened. Like he was a child when he left when this happened. He said that communist soldiers attacked the group 4 or 5 times, killing 3 of his cousins, saying they saw bodies of dead children during their escape, and it was fucking devastating. His mother said a different story. She said, quote, she remembers trudging through the jungle for 9 days and 9 nights, sleeping in shelters they fashioned from banana leaves. Their feet bled. They heard gunfire once, but no one saw any soldiers or any killings.
Okay.
Quote, the only things we were afraid of were wild animals, tigers,
I was gonna say, dude,
and
going
bears.
through a jungle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anything about a jungle. I'm just assuming pythons, venomous snakes, venomous frogs.
Venomous snakes magically charmed.
Fuck yeah,
all
dude.
disappear with the wave of a bond. Sorry.
Were there any pharaohs in their tombs there? But
That's not bringing out doom to consume.
I would assume that's where like panthers and leopards are, maybe too.
She said they were mostly afraid, of like all the animals, which going through a jungle, you're going through at night, you're sneaking, crawling. That's terrifying enough. She said they heard gunfire, but she's also speaking through a translator.
Dude, they're like this badass to do all this, and I'm literally afraid to walk through woods with spider webs in them.
Oh, I hate that.
To get banana spiders on you? That fucking suck, dude.
I hate because my car is parked on the left side of the driveway.
Okay.
Like from, if you're looking at the house. And there's a tree next to it.
Oh.
Sometimes when I walk between the tree and my car in the morning, I get a face full of spider webs, and I fucking absolutely hate that. I get like the chills and grossed out. Like, fuck.
Now imagine there's banana leaves on your feet.
His sister said, Vang's older sister does not recall any violence either. Quote, I don't know why he said that. It could be that I just don't remember. So according to him, his cousins were killed. They saw dead children. His mom said they heard gunfire but didn't see anything. His sister said she doesn't remember anything. Either way, they grew up in a shitty time.
Yeah.
Even if it sucked. It was shitty no matter what.
And people can block stuff out. It's whatever. Who cares?
The family spent 5 years in a Thai refugee camp before a cousin in the Twin Cities helped sponsor them to come to the United States. So in the 80s, he and his... Wait, what's funny?
What refugee camp were they in?
In the Twin Cities?
A Thai refugee camp. I guess I would not want to be there. Not a Thai.
Come on, dude. Really?
Stupid.
God damn it. Okay, God damn
I wouldn't want to be
dude.
in that neck of the woods. So dumb.
Oh, God. Well, you wins or never mind. That's stupid. It was going to be wins or some, you lose or some. That's dumb. A Windsor's a type of knot. Okay, here we go. So in the 80s, he and his siblings, they would relocate to the United States. They would settle in California. His parents worked in a factory that made nails, and then he started school in the U.S. around the age of 12.
How did they get there? Like through boat or some shit?
I don't know.
Because that's a long Pacific fucking journey, bro.
They had a family in the U.S. or cousin.
Oh, okay.
And somehow, it's had to be insanely hard to do.
Yeah.
Very hard to do. And then starting over in the U.S., I mean, they don't even... Yeah, I don't know.
Probably starting over the U.S. is easier than walking through a fucking uncharted jungle shit. Maybe.
Quote, in the emotionally charged years after the Vietnam War, anti-Asian sentiments ran high. During those first years in the U.S., Vang said American children pushed and taunted him. So he decided to study Kung Fu at the downtown YMCA.
Hell yeah.
And the next time that the kids pushed him around, Vang and his friends beat them up. Quote, that is why they don't mess with us again, he said. So it's hard for him as a kid because he's balancing 2 cultures now. He's attending American schools, and then when he's at home, he's following the cultural traditions of the Hmong.
I think this is before that, but he should have, like, when they moved to the United States, if he can change his name, dude, like, can I make it Bruce Lee? I'm gonna learn Kung Fu.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, imagine a dude doing like a fighting pose and he's like, my name is Bruce Lee. And you're like, oh,
What the fuck? I ain't fucking with him.
fuck no, dude. I ain't fucking with you.
Remember when Steven Seagal said he taught Anderson Silva that kick?
Oh, dude. Steven Seagal's just fucking...
Him
Dude.
eating that carrot, so fucking funny, dude.
Dude, his album, everything he does.
I know he's such a fucking fat dumbass loser.
Dude, imagine like you can show 100 years from now and say Steven Seagal was complete, like not what do you call like a joke? He was a complete meme or some shit. Like he was a joke meme. Like, oh yeah, you can tell he look at his fucking baggy fucking outfit he's wearing. He's clearly a joke. It's like no, actually he took himself seriously.
Yeah, dude. Rob Schneider, I think, or it's either Rob Schneider or David. I think it's Rob Schneider's telling a story where he like approached Steven Seagal like in his trailer. I don't know if they were in a movie together. I don't remember.
Okay.
And Steven Seagal is crying. He's like, "Oh, I just read the greatest script that's ever been written," and then and then then I think Rob Schneider is like, so he says, "I just read the greatest script I've ever read in my life." And when they asked him like who wrote it, he's like, "I did." And I think it was like Under Siege 2 or something like that.
Damn it, dude, that's so fucking good.
Yeah.
They're like,
dude.
well, what page are you on? He's like, just read it. And he grabs it. He's like, then the naked chick gets out of the cake. He's like, come on, fuck on, dude.
Dude, that's so fucking funny.
Steven Seagal's such
know.
a fucking loser. I want him to get a podcast.
So this is kind of hashtag wild family right here. His parents arranged for him to get married.
Oh.
He's 14 years old, and they're like, okay, you're going to get married now to your cousin.
Oh, dude.
And so by the time he's 15, he's already a dad, and he has his first child with his cousin.
What? First cousin, dude?
Yeah, so I think I don't know
Second
exactly.
cousin, third, maybe?
I think it's his first cousin, maybe not. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that, but... I have no idea what this award means.
Getting busting at her and getting her pregnant.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, thanks, Mom.
Hey, tell Uncle I'll be over at the fucking barbecue later. Tell Unc.
Hey, when I'm learning diaper changing classes, can I learn some for me too? Because I'm still a fucking kid.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus, dude.
Okay, this next part, whatever this award means, I don't know. Quote, he joined a high school military cadet corps and learned to fire a gun. As a teen, he earned an award from the National Rifle Association for unusual marksmanship. And I'm like, what if it's just because, like, okay, we have the American marksmanship. However, you look kind of Chinese. I don't know what you are. Fuck it. Unusual marksmanship. I don't know what unusual marksmanship is.
I would have to say it's like maybe he's good at hip fire or like not looking down the scope, but just he has good marksmanship, just the unusual kind of,
yeah, I don't know. Like,
what if he sticks the pistol in his ass and squeezes his butt cheeks? And like, how the fuck are you hitting the target every time? That's pretty unusual.
Fucking unusual. Give him the unusual marksmanship award.
Get it away from Helen Keller.
Yeah, dude, she had it. They rip it off her. She's wearing the badge. No. Wait, why Helen Keller? I was thinking Annie Oakley.
Okay. I don't know. Because dude who was shooting the gun.
Her with the gun is so fucking funny, dude. Okay, so Vang is now 21 years old. He's living in Sacramento, and he enlists in the California National Guard. Quote, he served from 1989 to 1995, during which time he was decorated with a Good Conduct Medal and attained a sharpshooter qualification badge. This is a mid-level above the rank of marksman.
This is so dumb. He's a citizen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he probably got that when he came over.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what year it is or how green cards work or how applying for citizenship and all that shit. Whatever. Okay.
But I mean, he's fighting for
That's what I thought. If he's a National Guard, like... He's in.
So sometime around the year 2000 or possibly before 2000,
in the year 2000,
Vang and his family, they moved to St. Paul, Minnesota. Vang is the father of 7 children total. We'll get into it. He's also a family shaman.
Oh, dude,
Which fucking rules.
Dude.
I am a fucking shaman, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And
what about like... Dude, imagine like taking you go buy a bottle of rubbing alcohol and then you like pour it in this like cool like mystical glass or something. Like, Dad, my arm. He's like, don't worry, I made this healing potion. And he just dumps it on there like, it burns. He's like, that's the demons escaping. They're like, holy shit, Dad, it's healing. It's working.
He goes hunting and there's like multiple deer and he casts fucking chain lightning and kills them all. He is a hunting enthusiast also.
Okay. What's he hunting? Fucking poon, dude, with 7 kids?
He's fucking he's so far he's awesome, dude.
Dude, what about like them hooking up with his cousin and them being like, this is actually working out great. We just banging it out every fucking night, dude.
Yeah, so he also spent time working as a teacher's aide, and later on he would become a long-haul trucker.
He seems all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, he really does. Yeah, we'll get into it. Quote, but even as he established a life for himself and built a career in America, he began delving into the ancient traditions that his culture had brought from the mountain of Laos.
It was just doing meth.
Vang's father, Cher.
Dude, fuck, man.
No matter how hard I try.
Dude, imagine how mad, because, like, okay, he was born in 68 or some shit like that.
Something like that, yeah.
So, like, his dad was alive before then. So, like, then Cher gets popular. Like,
Yeah,
what
dude,
the
fuck,
fuck, man?
dude.
Like, come on. Cher,
Cher.
dude.
Yeah, have you heard the I Got You, Babe, but the one she does with Butthead?
What? No,
Yeah,
that's funny.
It's fucking sweet, dude. She's like, and Butthead, I got you.
Dude,
But at the
Cher,
beginning, they're Butthead and Babe. It's like, man, we need a chick. We need a cool chick with tattoos on her butt. And she comes walking
dude,
in.
what if when he was younger, when our boy was this guy was like
Yeah.
15, he's like, man, him and his cousin were in the same room with some of their family members, and he's like, I just want a girlfriend. What am I gonna do? Like, I can't just hang out with the family. And someone's like, Cher, and he's like, oh, like Cher family members? Yeah, sure. And he fucks his cousin.
Yeah,
They're like, Cher,
It was just the uncle calling for Cher. He needed help with the grill. Cher. So Cher, his father, had served as a shaman, a spiritual leader who treats ailments using ancient chants and rituals.
Okay, hell yeah.
When Chai Vang was in his late 20s, he told his family that the spirits called to him in a dream to take on the same role.
Dude, imagine how cool it'd be to say a chant and get a boner.
Fuck
and you
yeah,
can
dude.
consistently do it.
Yeah.
That'd be so fucking cool. Hey, the Browns win the Super Bowl. The Browns win the Super Bowl. The Browns. Oh, yeah, baby.
You're and if
Hard as a
you're-
rock.
And depending on what kind of sexual stuff you're into, your butthole opens up.
Oh, yeah, dude. We traded for Luca.
Yeah. Luca. God, I still can't believe that.
Oh, they're so good.
Vang learned to play a bamboo pipe called a keej. Keej? Q-E-E-J. But he used that to communicate with the spirit world.
Siege.
This is all a quote, by the way. He treated his daughter's irregular menstruation by putting.
Oh, boy.
It doesn't get bad.
Okay, so are we taking a turn already?
So far, it sounds gross. He would put clay animal figurines in a box. Later, he placed a small sword under her pillow to ward off evil spirits. He is who I want to be at this point.
Oh, okay.
Up and like right now,
Wait,
I
so
want
she was
to be
having
him.
her menstrual stuff, and he
Yeah.
would put animals in a box to like ward off.
Yeah. He's like, well, let me
period
put
demons or
these
something?
animal figurines in a box. Also, I'll put a fucking sword under your pillow so you can kill evil spirits with it.
fuck
I'm
yeah.
a shaman. I know what I'm saying. Yeah, he fucking rules. Shamanism brought Vang status and respect in the community. So he's well-liked. People like him. It was around this time, however, that his wife noticed a change in his behavior, saying that he got angry faster.
Yeah, he has 7 fucking kids, dude.
And if he didn't get his way, he yelled. Yeah.
Yeah, my nerves would be pretty shot too. I'm sure hers were too.
Yeah.
7 kids, dude.
On Christmas, he doesn't have 7 yet.
Oh,
He
okay.
will. I think at this point he has a few. On Christmas Eve 2001, authorities would respond to a 911 call at the Vang residence, and according to the Minneapolis Police Department, an argument ensued after Vang said that he was going to go out, but his wife didn't want him to leave, and then Vang waved a gun around, threatening
Whoa.
to kill her.
Real quick to go back to the toys in the box for the menstrual cycle.
Yeah, I hope it's like fucking wrestling figures.
Oh, dude, fuck.
Fucking
Yeah.
Sting.
Dude.
Let me put Sting in here. No more period problems. We got Sting.
Dude, he puts the Ric Flair figurine in and it bleeds instead because Ric Flair always cuts himself.
That's so good. His forehead just starts bleeding.
Don't worry, Flair takes your pain.
That's
Don't,
funny,
honey.
dude.
But I was gonna say, like the chant he says, he's like, I put put the toy in the box. Jesus Christ.
That's fucking good. You were right about Hogan. He was sitting at the front row of the Cavs game.
Oh, really?
So he is in Cleveland right now, yeah.
Oh, I hope I see him tomorrow, dude. Fucking please.
So Toof is going to Raw in Cleveland tomorrow. And he really wants to go because everyone boos Hogan now, but he wants to go to cheer him on.
Brother.
All right. So so what we just talked about, it's kind of funny because it's like the night he wants to go out is Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like, which I don't know if he
is Christian or anything like that.
Celebrates Christmas or not, but it is funny because it's like, dude, what else am I going to do tonight? Just let me go out.
Dude, me and Spencer were gonna go to a Chinese buffet, and like the only time that like popped up was like maybe a Monday or Tuesday, and that was Christmas Eve. And he's like, I was like, fuck, we probably can't go. They're probably closed. And he's like, dude, they don't fucking care. They're open,
dude.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
they
hell
are.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, we've gotten Chinese on Christmas before.
Dude, funny enough, like, so we didn't go then. We went on MLK Day recently, which I think also was a Monday.
Oh, to get Chinese
Yep.
food? Oh, yeah.
Place not busy. Nowhere in Mansfield was busy. And I was like, what the fuck? Is everyone like home? Like, what? Everyone has the day off. What the fuck? That's crazy. Busy every other day.
Yeah,
They're like, no, we respect MLK, dude. We're all staying home.
Oh, yeah.
Celebrate this.
I like that. Yeah, so he gets upset. He wants to go out Christmas Eve night. His wife doesn't want him to, so he pulls out a gun, waves it, threatening to kill her. Quote, I've never seen him this way, like he wasn't my dad at all. This is what his daughter says.
Oh, okay.
He said, take your mom and tell her to go right now. He just looked like he was going to kill somebody. That is something that I had never seen in him.
Wait a minute. Christmas in 2000. Oh, it's already 2000. I was thinking it was Y2K. It was the night before the Y2K thing. He's like,
He had
the
to
world's
go
fucking
stop.
ending, dude.
He had to go stop Y2K from happening.
Dude, yes.
According to CBS News, quote, no charges filed because she didn't cooperate with authorities. That's the wife. Spokesman Ron Rear said, St. Paul police said there had been 2 domestic violence calls to this home in the past year, but both were resolved without incident. So the mom would call 911 or someone in the family would call 911, but once police got there, they wouldn't cooperate. And then a few months later, his wife, Zhang, I'm not sure if that's how you say it, they have 5 children together.
Okay.
She would move with their 5 children and go live with their parents in Milwaukee.
Oh, okay. I'll say if it's Christmas night in 2000 in Minnesota, dude, he probably just wants to go see the Vikings game and watch Randy
yeah,
Moss,
dude.
or go watch Kevin Garnett beat the fuck out of someone, dude. Like,
Dude, is that what, 2001? When did KG come to the league?
96.
96. So that's a fucking good KG.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. He was straight from high school, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what I thought.
Farragut.
There's
Academy.
who's the funny one? Dewan Wagner? Is he straight from
dude.
high school?
Yeah.
Okay, he's the funny one. Okay, dude, yeah. Because I
Wait, no, his career's super short. He got hurt or something. Was that what it is?
I don't remember. I remember him being on the cover of something with
Yeah, Bust magazine, dude.
what? Okay, this is Dewan Wagner Jr. I was like, what
okay.
the fuck? He played a game yesterday? Yeah.
Oh, dude, fuck
Yeah, okay. Dewan Wagner, because he was on Cleveland.
2002 or 3. I think he was there the year.
2002, 2005.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought he was the year before LeBron, the rookie year, and then fizzled out or some shit or whatever happened. I don't know what happened to his fucking career.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know why I care about this. Oh, he went to college?
Oh, what?
He went to Memphis? Sebastian Telfair? Was he who I'm thinking
Yeah.
of? Okay, that's who I'm thinking of.
That's Stephon Marbury's like cousin or something like that.
God damn. I hate having stupid knowledge of players like
Yeah.
this. So Sebastian Telfair came from high school also.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. Who gives a shit? Why am I looking at this?
Yeah.
Okay, from greenbaypress.com, quote, his first marriage failed after he accused his wife of infidelity and pointed a loaded handgun at her. His second marriage ended after he nearly choked his wife to death for gambling away $3,000.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of sources that cover this case that I've seen the thing about him wanting to go out Christmas, and then his wife not wanting him, so he pulled out a gun and they called the cops. That's all been like verified by the cops and stuff. There's an author we talk about later who wrote a book. I didn't read the book, so some of the sources I use quote his book, and we'll talk about it later. I think they mention in that about his first marriage failing because he accused her of infidelity and then he pointed the handgun at her.
What, did another family member come by?
Another cousin?
You cousin fucking bitch.
So I don't know. Take all this for what it, like I said, if you don't like our information, we list the sources. I don't know what's true and what's not. So his second marriage ended after he nearly choked his wife to death for gambling away $3,000. Maybe this stuff happened. It is quoted in some sources, but some others don't even mention it.
Okay.
That's why I tried to find stuff that wasn't biased, because the documentaries and sources that are on his side don't ever mention the previous domestic violence stuff and any of this shit. So, Vang learned that he did not like living alone. So in October 2002, he would marry another woman, and her name is Zaya or Zhao Yang.
What's the live TV stream shit you watch with
Fish
Sam
Tank?
Sam Hyde?
Yeah.
He didn't want to live alone, so he joined Fish Tank.
That'd be fucking awesome,
Yeah, dude.
Quote, they wed in a cultural ceremony that, like all of his marriages, was not recognized by the state. So he's not really legally getting married.
Okay.
He fathered a child by Yang, but the couple split up before the baby's first birthday.
Damn.
So they're having like cultural ceremonies, but not like legally, I guess.
Shaman ones.
So shaman ones, exactly. Yeah. And then the next year, good news, he tells his parents that he, quote, found someone that can love him. And he now marries a third woman. This is Du Li Kang, and she would get pregnant and give birth to his seventh child.
God damn it, dude. Yeah. I thought her name was My Eye Kang.
My Kang.
Du Li Kang. Hell yeah.
People in the community liked him. He was looked at as ambitious. He was engaging and energetic. They said he always dressed nice. He would wear dress shirts, dress pants, collar shirt and stuff. He often spoke of dreams he had of wanting to own a mushroom farm, a McDonald's franchise, a check cashing business, or a bank where he would make loans to other Hmongs, because
there's that many Hmongs where you can open this business, bud.
There's a small community of Hmongs there. However, like they're a tribal group from Mongolia, Southeast Asia. But there's a lot of racism towards them, especially when you're in a place.
Oh, so he wants to be like the safe haven of.
Yeah, he's like,
okay.
He's like, there's a small community of us here. I want to do something good for them. I want to be able to help them out because there's a lot of racism.
Yeah, so, there always is. There still is. Yeah.
Quote, he always wanted new stuff, new friends, more education, more work experiences, recalled his first wife. It's like he wasn't satisfied. He always wanted to be rich. He said, money is power. All right. And since Vang is a big fan of hunting, having done it since he was a child, he would use a slingshot to hunt birds for his family to eat. He would continue hunting in California and also in Minnesota. He's skilled, he's quiet, he's observant. His dad hunted like boar and shit. So he just grew up hunting. He loved hunting.
Dude, slingshotting pigeons and eating them. So fucking funny.
I got dinner, Dad. What is it? I fucking killed this fucking bird with this slingshot.
Dude, I like this one meme that's like, go to the park. If you see ducks in the pond, just take one. There's not a law that you can't take ducks. Whose ducks are they? It's like, God, dude,
no.
What if he wrote that?
That's fucking good. So now we come to October 2003. A coworker of Vang's would put his... you all right, dude? You're good. A coworker of Vang's would put up his cabin for sale, and Vang would end up buying it. So he's selling this cabin. Vang puts $5,000 down. The sale price is $176,000. It's sitting on 40 acres.
Whoa, hell yeah.
It's a 3-story house, 5 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, 2 living areas, a huge wraparound deck, and a 3-car garage.
That's pretty nice, yeah.
$176,000. That's fucking less than my house.
This is 2001-ish, maybe?
2003.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Not cheap, but like that's about right.
So he put
because that house is probably 700,000 now.
He put $5,000 down on it. So he's very excited about this. He has a nice retreat where he can go and relax. He can spend the weekends here and hunt, all that fun stuff. This quote from Chicago Tribune is kind of funny. It's a little unnecessary, and you'll hear why. They just kind of throw out a part in this where it's like, you probably didn't have to say all that.
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
Quote, when we were outside, everyone's happy, recalled his brother Chai Vang, 33, who is in jail in Oregon awaiting trial on felony sex assault charges from an unrelated case. We'd sit around the campfire, friends and family. I'm not defending the guy. Why the fuck did you have to dunk on him so hard right there for no reason?
Yeah.
You could have told that quote without mentioning that he's awaiting trial, because that doesn't even say he's guilty or innocent.
Yeah.
But if you say he's awaiting trial for felony sex assault charges, everyone hears that and assumes he fucking did it.
Dude, sang Fang, so
Sang
fucking
Fang.
funny.
He sang his fangs into me, but yeah, you didn't have to fucking dunk on the guy so hard. I don't know if he's guilty or not. I didn't look it up.
I looked up house values. 170,000 house back then is worth about like what is that, 315 now. So just double.
That can't be it. That has to be more.
And I was like, dude, there's no way. Like my house almost doubled in fucking price from like 2020 to now.
There's
There's no way.
Yeah, so
Unless they're just meaning money, maybe.
So he bought this cabin.
Yeah.
At the cabin, he has 20 chickens. He talks about how he wants to start a farm here. He wants to raise cattle and all that. Hell yeah. It's a good place for him. He has a cabin out in the woods on the acres. He can hunt, do all that fun stuff, relieve stress, have a feeling of peace. However, money-wise, like he already has a fucking house. So now he has 2 mortgages.
Oh, okay.
Quote.
Wait, he didn't just move out?
No, this was like, oh, you think he's bringing his fucking family here? No, this is for the fucking boys. This is for the boys to hang out,
This is supposed to be like his hunting cabin or something?
It's just for, he'll go there on the weekends alone and shit, dude. That's
It's just a
fucking
jack off
badass,
in, dude. That's so funny.
It'd be
the
like
jack
if, like,
cabin.
It's like I have my family here, and I'm like, hey, Toof, I bought a fucking 3-story cabin that me and you are going to hang out on the weekends. Fuck the family. They stay here.
Yeah.
Quote, but the cabin further strained the family's finances. They were paying 2 mortgages. And when Kang took a medical leave from work because of complications with their pregnancy, the couple's income was cut almost in half. In addition, family members say Vang's first wife recently had won a court order requiring him to pay $600 a month in child support, which $600 is a lot of money, but he had 5 kids with her.
Okay.
You know? So he's working 2 jobs now. He leaves at 9 a.m. in the morning, and then he gets home at 2 a.m. the next morning.
Damn, hell yeah.
That's fucking rough. But his friends at work said, like,
but he did get off work at 8 p.m. He just went to the fucking cabin, baby.
Jack off cabin, dude. Hell yeah. That's so fucking funny. What are you doing this weekend? Going to the jack off cabin if you're not doing anything, dude.
Yeah. You're not going? No, I'm just going to go fuck the chickens then. The chicken fucking cabin.
Hey, what's your wife and kids doing? Fuck if I know, dude. They're not coming to the jack off cabin, though.
They're probably hungry because I said I was getting Dairy Queen, but I just went to the fucking cabin with it.
He's sitting on the porch, the wraparound porch with like 4 blizzards just melting. He's like, what was I doing?
Oh, hell yeah.
His friends, his coworkers at work said he didn't seem unusual. They said he seemed a little tired, obviously, but he didn't seem like anything else. But it was time for the weekend.
Dude. God damn it.
Yeah?
It's not a deletable.
Okay.
It's just funny.
Okay.
How could you tell if he was tired or not if his eyes were just closed anyway?
Okay. Jeremiah? Wow, dude. You might fit in with this fucking second group we're going to talk about later.
Dude.
You racist bitch.
Is he sleeping or did he just blink?
Are you sleeping? I'm just joking. Okay. But it was time for the weekend. He had plans to go to Wisconsin, about 70 miles away or so. fucking the place is called Rice Lake.
God.
Yeah, are you
damn
happy,
it,
Toof,
dude.
about what you've done?
So good.
He had been there before and told his wife it was a good place to hunt. I'm leaving, she remembered him saying. He kissed her on the forehead. A moment later, he was down the front steps and driving off with 4 friends. She got him like food ready, like snacks and shit to have while he's out hunting. She got his clothes and stuff ready for him. And he kissed her on the head and said, all right, I'm heading out. And now we come to the day of the event.
I got one.
Sunday, November 21st, 2004. Okay, this is the first time we're almost like 45 minutes in, an hour in, and we haven't talked about the event yet. Okay, what do you got, Toof?
Since it's like Minnesota, Wisconsin, it gets really cold there and everything. It's actually Ice Lake, but it was just him pronouncing it.
Fuck, dude.
Rice Lake.
Oh, shut up, dude.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It's just too good to
Okay.
pass up.
Comedy and crime podcast, guys.
Yeah.
Jokes aren't for everyone, so sorry. From Chicago Tribune. Quote, for centuries, people have fought to control the rugged wilderness that blankets Sawyer County. This is a long quote. In recent years, tensions have flared between the Hmong, whose culture has no tradition of property rights, and the white locals who cherish the right to own and defend their land. There's a lot of shit that's been going on here.
Wait, what the fuck? The
Because-
Hmong's culture is not property rights?
Well, because they think like, the earth belongs to everyone.
like a Native American kind
but
of thing?
it's like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And now like the white people here, yeah, they bought it, but it's like, dude, that wasn't yours to buy.
Oh, okay.
That's why there's such conflict, because you have the white people in Wisconsin in this area that bought a bunch of land here, and it's private property, but some of the Hmong don't believe that should be a thing.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, so, which is why there's so much, all the comments are fucking insane
Oh, okay.
about this case. So where were we? In recent years, tensions have flared between the Hmong, whose culture has no tradition of property rights, and the white locals who cherish the right to own and defend their land. This is from the Chicago Tribune, by the way, this quote. Those who live in the North Woods call deer season Holy Week or the sacred 9 days. The echo of gunshots over the hills sounds as normal as a heartbeat, a regular, reassuring thump signaling all is well. But on this day, rifle flare was followed by screams of people running for their lives. So it's hard for me to find the exact numbers, but I think that Vang is hunting with a group of 4. So they mentioned he leaves with
Other
4 people.
Hmongs, or what you call them?
Yeah. But at one point, I think he meets up with more, because they talk about later there's a group around 10 Hmong hunters that are parked on public land and camping around a campfire. So I don't know as far as the numbers go, but when it comes down to the conflict, Vang is by himself.
Oh, okay.
So they started off hunting in an area on public land they began on, but eventually they would make their way through the woods and finding themselves on private property. Also in the area, we have Terry Willers and Bob Croteau. I don't remember if that's how you pronounce his name. They had built a cabin on Deer Lake Road. They were good friends. They loved the outdoors, so they bought land here and they created a gathering place for their friends. Quote, it was a new but rustic place with an outhouse in the yard and electricity supplied by a generator. Mounted fish, antlers, and beer signs hung from the knotty pine walls. There is no television or telephone, and most people slept on mattresses scattered on the floor. The cabin was remote, surrounded by nothing but trees and sky. So this area is not where Vang owns his cabin.
Okay. Dude, it's like you just almost described the Evil Dead cabin. And there was a book there, the Necronomicon.
Yeah, that's fucking good. So this place, the people we're talking about here, not Vang, but we're talking about Terry Willers and Bob.
Yeah.
They kind of built like a hunting compound. So they have like a big cabin, place to hang out, a lot of acreage, and they travel around on like ATVs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's like and all family and friends hang out here every year for the hunting, because I think they said it was 9 days of hunting. As part of the deer season, where was that?
You just described the cabin.
At the start of the deer season, more than a dozen people were expected to gather at the cabin. They all lived in or near Rice Lake, a mostly white and working class town. They connected to one another along many lines: friend, brother, son, coworker, each relationship a thread in the fabric of a small town. So now we have 15 people here that day. We have the Drew brothers, Danny and Donnie. Donnie is a local stock car star. Denny is a retired telephone line worker. And then we have David, who owns an ATV rental shop. This is a very small place, and this is what they do here. We have Denny's brother-in-law, Lauren Hessebeck. That's a male. He's a salesman at Ford. And then we have Mark Reut, a friend, and he worked in the pit crew at Rice Lake Speedway. We have Al Lasky, a lumber salesman, and his teenage son, Adam. Bob Croteau's brother, his two sons, Joey, who's 20, and Carter, who's 19. He's a high school football star who just made the team at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Terry Willers brought his son, Brandon, and his oldest daughter, Jessica. She's 27, and she's a nurse in Green Bay. She's also the only woman in the group. Quote, she didn't look like a hunter. Her friends teased her. Now with that big mane of blonde hair and perfect makeup, but she had learned to hunt at her father's elbow and drove home to Rice Lake every November to shoot deer with him. And then her fiance, Craig Shue, shared her love of the outdoors. He even had proposed to her on a day trip in the woods, holding her a plate across the campfire. Written on the plate were the words, "Will you marry me?" So that's the other group. All family and friends, a tight-knit group.
Yeah, in the giant cabin with, I don't know how many acres, but let's just call it like 400 acres maybe or some shit, some wild shit.
Yeah, I have no idea. They did, I have seen some maps of the area. It's big. I don't know how much.
Oh, okay.
I will say it is very hard to know when public land turns to private property, and I'm pretty sure this area didn't have any signs.
Oh, okay.
But there were obvious things going on to where you would know this is fucking private property. So we'll get there.
Which I don't know how hunting really works like that. If you shoot a deer, you're tracking it. It goes into someone else's property. I kind of don't know like tracking laws and stuff.
I'm not a hunter at all, but I'm pretty sure it's a very big deal if you're hunting on private property.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's very bad.
I think you're allowed to track it if it's been shot already, but you can't shoot it on someone else's property. Something like that.
Yeah. That sounds right. You would think we would know because we're surrounded by a lot of hunting areas. I've never gone.
Yeah.
So, however, quote, but the land hadn't always been so peaceful. It had been a battleground for centuries, dating back to the days when the Ojibwe, is that how you say it? Ojibwe, and Sioux tribes raided each other's camps along streams and lakes. In the 1980s, after the Indians tried to, this is a quote, that's why it's Indians. I'm not trying to be racist.
Okay. Hey, they're guardians.
After the Indians tried to reclaim their right to spearfish in those areas, white sportsmen mounted violent protests, throwing rocks and carrying signs that said, "Save a walleye, spear a squaw."
Okay,
How fucked up is that? So that shows you how racist some shit is. Obviously, not everyone's racist, but that is very fucked up. Okay.
Real quick.
Yeah.
You have to have permission from the landowner to even track an animal that you are pursuing.
Yeah, I knew it was like a super big deal.
Okay.
I just didn't know.
I thought you could, like, as long as you shot it and you track it in, but yeah. No, you have to get permission before you even track into their property. Wild.
Quote, similar tensions emerged when Hmong began hunting the woods. With no tradition of private property or hunting regulations, they often trespassed and killed more game than the law allowed.
Okay.
And this, of course, upset the locals.
Yeah.
Vang had been ticketed once for trespassing and once for fishing over the limit.
Okay, so he's been warned and knows. Okay.
3 years earlier, he said, a group of white hunters in the woods near Rice Lake had accused him of shooting a buck out of season, and they started calling him names. Vang said that the men eventually calmed down and left. So this is his third trip to the area now, and it seems like every time he comes there, they run into an issue.
Yeah.
So it doesn't help that you're going into an area where, and I have seen a lot of people that are like, I'm from this area. There's a lot of racist people.
Yeah.
So it doesn't help that you're going into an area where there might be a lot of racist people, But at the same time, you're not doing yourself favors if you are trespassing and you're being warned.
Yeah.
So this
Like both parties are wrong kind
This
of
is
thing.
why, yeah. But if you look at all the comments, there's never anything where it's like, yeah, both sides are to be blamed for this.
Okay.
It's all like he should have fucking killed all of them. He should have killed more.
Hey, foreshadowing.
Like there's a lot of shit
Oh,
that's
fuck yeah,
like
dude.
it's very, it's so extreme. It's like
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Vang's third trip to the area now. He and the other Hmong hunters are sitting around the fire talking about their plans for the next day. His son Lee, who's 16, he had come from Milwaukee with an uncle and said that he noticed the sadness about his father that night. So he doesn't get to see his dad too much because he's from a different marriage, and I don't know how good of a dad he is, to be honest. I don't want to be
Yeah.
an asshole. I just don't know. I literally have no idea. He might be an awesome dad. I really don't know. But his son said, quote, his face was kind of dull. He didn't express it, but as a son, you know. At about 10:30 p.m., they climbed into their trucks and they went to sleep. Sorry. Vang would later say that he had a dream that night. He had visions of Laos, the land of his childhood, a country at war. This is the dream he wrote about in a letter later. I have a dream that we're soldier in the jungle of Laos. I encounter several Vietnam soldier in the woods. I shot most of them, and some escaped to get help. Then later, I ran into a lake. There, I was surrounded by Vietnam soldier, tank, and armor, so they take me prisoner. Keep in mind the language. There is a language barrier and
Yeah.
shit. So that might come up later. When he says something later, I don't know if he actually means what he's saying or if there is a language issue there.
Oh, when he says me so horny. God damn it, dude.
God damn
He means the buck's horns.
God,
That's
dude,
what he
that
says.
fucking came out of nowhere, dude. Vang woke the next morning with an uneasy feeling. He would later come to believe that the dream was a premonition. I almost didn't want to go hunt that day. I never have that kind of dream in my life, but I thought it's just another bad dream. So, what happens the next day? There's different tellings of what happened, and both sides blame each other. They only agree on like the very first thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty sunny that day. Yeah, we think so too. All right.
All right. So here's what we know for sure. I'm going to give pieces of both sides of the story. It's in the afternoon of November 21st, 2004. Quote, Chai Vang said the confrontation began when he was hunting on public land and got lost, ending up in a vacant tree stand. He did not realize he was on private property and remained in the tree stand until another hunter, Terry Willers, came along and informed him that he was on private property. So, Terry sees him up in one of their tree stands, which I'm not a hunter. Are there just tree stands on public property or?
Oh, I don't really know how public property stuff works, honestly. I don't know what the hell even public property is around here.
But like, I feel like if you see a tree stand, you would probably think like, all right, I'm probably on private property. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But I would think if I just saw a tree stand, I wouldn't be like, all right, I'm going to go up there and hunt.
And also, I'm not a hunter either, but as a hunter, probably if you see a tree stand, you're impeding on someone's hunting area.
Yeah.
And you walking through leaves and shit making sound is scaring away their stuff too, so.
And now I'm also not 100% positive, but I think from this tree stand, you might be able to see their cabin.
Okay, fuck yeah, dude, that'd be funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not positive, but I think.
Okay.
That is the only part of the story they agree on.
Oh, okay.
Is that he admits he was on private property. He didn't realize it at the time. He said he started on public land. He didn't realize he was on private property, and he was up in a tree stand when Terry Willers came out and told him he was on private property.
Okay.
Now, it's accepted that Vang was in the tree stand on private property. Terry Willers came and told him, like, hey, you're on private property. You have to leave. Terry radios back asking if anyone should be in the tree stand. They're like, no. So that's when Terry's like, all right, well, I'm going to go tell him, let him know he's on private property. He has to leave. So he radios back to the other group of the cabin, to everyone. He's like, all right, I'm going to go take care of it. Vang apologizes and then gets down and heads south. I don't imagine this was We'll get into it. I don't think it was that easy. It wasn't just,
it was probably, hey, fucker, what are you doing up there?
And according to Vang, there's a lot of racist shit said, which I really do believe they probably, especially because they've already dealt with them a few times in the past.
Yeah, I could see. I don't want to repeat it, but yeah, you can just imagine the stuff that he's like.
Well, there's going to be a few slurs I'm about to say in a quote coming up. One version, quote, according to Terry Willer's testimony, as Bob got back on the radio and asked me where he was at, and I said, he's heading south down in the food plot right now, I radioed into the cabin that I had a tree rat and I had chased him off. At that point, 5 of the hunters from the cabin who had heard the radio message arrived at the tree stand. Lauren Hessebeck stated, Bob had said, I'm going to go talk to him and find out who he is, why he's there, and make sure he doesn't, knows that he's on private property and that he's not welcome there. Denny had said to me, this ought to be interesting. Let's go and see what's going on. I think this was all stuff said at the trial.
Okay.
We got in the back of it, standing up, this is the ATV, hanging on the rear bar. After following the directions given by Terry Willers, they proceeded to approach Vang further down the trail. Croteau, or however you say his name, then suggested making a note of his hunting license number to make a report to the DNR, and according to Hessebeck's testimony, Croteau flipped over the hunting tag on Vang's back to get his license number. So, this is when shit starts to happen. This is why a lot of people will take his side, because it's like...
Because it's a 7v1-ish or whatever the hell it is?
It's 8 versus 1.
Oh, okay.
And they probably are saying a lot of racist shit to him. I guarantee they are. I can't...
Because they have the numbers, so they can kind of mouth off to him.
I can't say I guarantee.
Yeah,
I wasn't there, so don't say shit to me. This is just what I think might have happened. And then, if I can't imagine being outnumbered like that if it is a racial tension, how fucking scared you would probably be.
Yeah.
Like I'm at, like if a black,
and to make it worse, everyone has a gun.
Like if a black guy's surrounded by 8 white guys, probably fucking terrified. Any race, doesn't matter what race it is. If it's 8 versus 1 and they're saying racist shit too, yeah. This is why people take his side, because they told him, the first guy tells him, and he begins to leave and goes south.
Yeah.
They go after him again. Like they surround him again to find out what he's doing and stuff, which is like, why didn't you just let him leave? If he was leaving, why didn't you just let him leave? Like maybe none of this would have happened if you didn't go. So people are like, I bet they just kept harassing him and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
Because if anything, like, why did all 7 have to go? Why couldn't they just say, was it Bob? Terry. Just, hey, Terry, get it. Make sure you get his license number, too. So Terry could have said, hey, can I see your tag and your license number?
Yeah.
7 people need to show up.
There's 8 total.
Yeah, 7 more, I guess, need to show up. So
like, they said, like he tried leaving. We'll get into it. And they would, like, stand in front of his way. And, like, they would flip his hunting tag up on his back to read it. But here's what Vang says. Vang says that he's trying to leave and stuff. They're all yelling at him. They're calling him chink and gook, saying, quote, do you know you are trespassing on 400 acres of land, you damn gook? If your fucking Asians keep coming on my land, I'm going to kick your fucking Asian ass. Okay. That's what he says on the stand that they are saying to him. Stuff like that. Quote, Chai Vang then climbed out of the tree stand, at which point Willers made a call on his walkie-talkie. Other hunters arrived on ATVs. So he's talking to him, and then you see everyone else coming on ATVs. Mm-hmm. Vang stated that some of the people in the group yelled racial slurs at him, and that one individual pointed and fired a gun at him from 30 feet away. This will get debated. Yeah. He dropped to a crouch as the bullet hit the ground about 10 feet away, and then he took the scope off his rifle and began shooting at them.
Oh, fuck.
So it's possible that Vang was getting ganged up on. There's a racist attack. He's feeling threatened and bullied, and he had to defend himself. So later he's going to say, this was all self-defense. I thought they were going to kill me. I had to do it to survive.
Yeah.
It's 8-on-1, 8 white people, and this one Asian dude. Somebody would fire a shot. Vang said that one of the hunters fired a shot in his direction. So in self-defense, he thought they were going to kill him. So he took his gun and shot back, defending himself.
He took his scope off?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know how quick you can do it. Like, because I say that'd be weird if there's like, maybe just, I don't know. All right, yeah.
He would end up shooting and killing 6 of them.
Whoa!
And then wounding the other 2.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So people like
Fuck, maybe it did take 8 of them to hunt one deer. Fucking, they couldn't fucking hit him. What the hell?
Like, I do understand. Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, dude.
Only one of those guys had a gun on them.
Oh, what
And
the fuck?
The 2 survivors say he never fired that gun.
That's
They
weird.
say Vang fired the first shot.
Oh, okay.
Vang says one of them fired the first shot.
Okay.
So, quote, the events after the confrontation are disputed. A violent altercation broke out, and 4 of the 8 victims were shot in the back. So that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
And 3 of these 4 were hit by multiple rounds. He fired like 2, 3, 4 shots into everyone.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, you're defending yourself. Only one of them had a gun. And I think the first shot might have paralyzed the guy with the gun.
Okay.
So they're like, dude, you're shooting them all in the back and shit. So,
Also, like, so if they're in the back, let's just say it's his side of the story. Someone shot at him. He crouched down, took his scope off or whatever, and then he started firing at them. They're probably shot in the back because if no one had guns, they're probably turning and running away.
yeah.
And he just starts shooting them in the back.
I think,
Multiple times.
which I haven't seen a lot, where it's like, yeah, he was defending himself. He was threatened and bullied. Maybe you didn't have to kill them all or shoot them all multiple times.
Yeah.
But dude, if you go, there's one documentary on YouTube. Every comment is like, yeah, don't fuck with Rambo. It's like the only crime here is that he let 2 survive. It's like, it's so, and I'm like,
dude,
I completely believe that. Yeah, it was, he was scared. He was terrified. He was getting bullied by a bunch of racist assholes, and they should have just let him go. They probably continued to keep approaching him and harassing him.
Yeah.
If he would have shot once and kept going, I don't know. But
Yeah.
it's like, I think the fact that he shot so many of them multiple times.
Yeah.
But okay, where's the rest of this quote? So he shot 4 of them in the back. 3 of these 4 were hit by multiple rounds. Vang is believed to have fired about 20 rounds from his rifle. It was a 7.62. I don't even know how to say. I know nothing about guns, so I'm sorry. 7.62 by 39.
Okay.
Which was recovered by police. One of the wounded hunters died the next day, bringing the total to 6 dead and 2 wounded. Vang raised his rifle in one smooth, continuous sweeping motion as he circled right, kneeled, and aimed at Terry Willers. Vang later said, if I don't shoot him, he would shoot me. Hours after the shooting, Hessebeck told his wife that Willers did fire at Vang, though he later testified claiming that no one pointed a gun at him or fired at him. So no one knows for sure who fired first.
Yeah.
A lot of people believe Vang's story because he gives detailed on the stand and goes through exactly how he shot everyone. Like, first I did this, I turned, and gives a complete detailed story of it.
Yeah. And it doesn't change probably.
No.
And you just said that guy's kind of, he told his wife, but then he said his wife didn't say that or something.
Yeah, so he said that Willers did fire at Vang, but later he claims that no one pointed a gun or fired at him.
Okay.
Which, if they fired first, I would understand him shooting back at that guy because he was literally the only one that had a gun out of all of them.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't know that. Maybe he thought they all had guns.
I almost wonder how self-defense works if... So a group of people show up to you, one only has a gun, you and that guy shoots at you, you shoot and kill that guy, and then you just shoot and kill everyone else. Are they part of the intimidation to you, or...
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
almost wonder how like self-defense works, where it's like...
Like, to me, this isn't black and white.
Yeah.
Like how all the comments on everything are.
White and yellow.
Come on. Because I think both sides fucked up immensely.
Oh, yeah.
And they did keep pushing him and pushing him. I'm guessing, like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know. But, I mean, he fucking...
You sure you weren't?
He was very excessive in fighting
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Of the 8 victims, 6 were killed, including Jessica Willers,
Oh, damn.
Dennis Drew, Mark Reut, Robert and Joseph Croteau, and Alan Lasky. The other 2, Terry Willers and Lauren Hessebeck, went to the hospital with injuries. Which
Terry's the first guy, yeah.
Yeah, he was the only one with a gun.
Oh.
Yeah. The news reported that there was only 1 gun found among the group of 8 victims. 5, according to Terry Willers and Lauren Hessebeck. No one in their hunting group pointed a gun at Vang or yelled racial slurs before he started shooting. Oh, the 5, I think, was from this quote. Yeah, so sorry about that. I shouldn't have read the 5 on there. So the news reported that there was only 1 gun found among the group of 8 victims. According to Terry Willers and Lauren Hessebeck, no one in their hunting group pointed a gun at Vang or yelled racial slurs before he started shooting. They claimed Vang fired the first shot after he was confronted on private property. So there's a mix of what both sides have said happened to start this off. There's a lot of controversy, like we said, to who's right and wrong. There's a lot of angry people on both sides. I really don't think that it's black and white. I think they kept pushing a dude. It seems like they should have just let him leave. I don't know why they followed him. And like he says on the stand that like they would stand in front of him and like keep confronting him and harassing him. And then
I wonder, like, I mean, you'll probably tell it. But, like, he's lucky if he would have killed every one of them and there was no side to their story, he's in prison forever. Because it just looks like you just killed 8 people in the woods and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that there's even a side is probably, like, somewhat helpful. Because if not, then it just looks like you just killed 8 people and your racist story can't be like, okay, whatever. Yeah.
So here's a retelling of the event. I do have to pull this quote from Wiki because it uses the Washington Post as a source.
Okay.
But I tried to bring up the Washington Post article, and it's one of the ones where it's like, oh, you got to subscribe for...
Oh, yeah.
I'm not fucking paying to read that shit. So, quote, Vang's first shot missed Willers as he ran and dove for cover.
Oh, wait. Is it one of the ones, real quick, sorry to interrupt, but is it the ones where it shows the article, then 1 second later it pops up the paywall?
No, it doesn't even show it.
Oh, because I was like, I think if you like hit...
You can copy and paste.
Yeah, you can copy all of it into like WordPad and then read it.
Couldn't do that.
Okay, damn.
So the first shot he fired, that Vang fired, missed Willers as he ran and dove for cover. But Willers landed atop his rifle and couldn't turn over before Vang's second shot hit his lower left neck, neutralizing him.
Damn.
So the guy with the gun was pretty much paralyzed.
Okay.
Vang instantly turned toward the men on their machines and shot Reut. The round killed him before he fell as his ATV, still in gear, moved slowly forward. Vang then shot and killed Drew. As the Croteaus fled in fear, Vang fired 3 shots at Hessebeck at close range while chasing him around the ATV. The third round partially disemboweled Hessebeck, who fell and lay still. So their confrontation was literally from me to you. Like, I think one of the guys, like, we were like 4 feet away.
Yeah.
At first, then I think he started walking away. And then, I don't know.
I think this
but
I think this conflict would have went a lot differently if Mark Wahlberg was there.
Dude, I swear to God, I had thoughts of like, this would have gone down a whole lot differently.
Dude,
yeah, he would have fucking beat Vang to death, dude. Remember when he tried
would
to...
have fucking rushed him, dude.
Didn't he almost beat... he was in jail for attempted murder when he was younger.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, because he like almost killed an old like Korean guy. I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
He was super racist, dude.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Mark
Wahlberg,
dude. Attempted murder.
Dude, if Mark Wahlberg was there, he'd be like, hell yeah, I fucking said all that shit.
In 1988, after robbing a liquor store, he was convicted of assault and attempted murder of a middle-aged Vietnamese man who lost an eye during the attack.
What?
Yeah.
Was Mark Wahlberg, was he New Kids on the Block?
No, his brother was. He was Marky Mark in the...
Okay.
Donnie Wahlberg was in New Kids on the Block.
Okay.
I'm
surprised he had a career after this.
Yeah, why does he get another chance?
Huh.
Why does he get a fucking another chance at life?
Yeah.
Like a career, dude. Okay. Bob Croteau fled and called the cabin on his walkie-talkie to tell Lasky to bring guns, while Vang's first shot missed, a second hit and killed Bob. Willers, meanwhile...
Dude, that had been crazy on the radio to hear that.
Fuck
help,
yeah.
help, bring guns, bring guns.
Terrifying, dude.
And you just hear a gun, it probably cuts off the radio. You're like, what the fuck? Where even are you guys?
Meanwhile, Willers had regained feeling in his fingers and again called the cabin for help. That's the one who had the gun. He does regain feeling, and he says this was the only time he attempted to actually shoot at him. Like, he wasn't first.
Okay.
This is their story, though. Like, who knows?
Since it all happened in such a short span, you can't, like, tell the bullet life of stuff. Be like,
Yeah.
oh, this struck the dirt first. This was there.
By that time, Vang was chasing Joey Croteau, who fled down a trail. Vang sprinted to cut the corner to the trail to close the gap and shot him in the lower back at about 65 yards. Vang reloaded and approached closer. As
Him chasing them does kind of
he's
make
just
this a little
fucking
bit
haunting
different.
them, dude. Yeah.
Like, if he, like you said, if he shot, ran away.
Shot the guy with the gun and just kept going.
Yeah.
Self-defense.
Because I'm sure when people are turning their back and running from you, like, you can probably turn your back and run too, man.
Yeah.
But if they're fucking talking shit to you, then you kind of feel a little different.
Vang reloaded and approached closer as Croteau struggled forward and shot him again. Vang then closed in and shot him twice more from behind, including a final round into his head. Vang, after reversing his blaze orange jacket to its camo side, hid near a curve in the trail
What?
when he heard the ATV approaching. So he quickly fucking switched to camo, hid while the ATV approached.
What? Dude, that's wild.
Thinking Jessica Willers and Lasky were likely armed and looking for him, he waited until they passed. When he fired, the bullet struck Willers in the left buttock and struck Lasky, shattering his lower spine and abdomen. Vang ran over, shot Lasky through the back, and then stepped behind Willers and fired a shot through her neck.
Jesus.
Yeah. This is
So these are like
brutal.
execution shots too.
Yeah.
Like that's what. Oh
Yeah.
boy, it's not getting any better for him. I can say that much.
Vang returned to the site of the first shootings to retrieve his scope. As he neared the site, he and Hessebeck came face to face. Vang said, "You're not dead yet." He raised, which that doesn't seem like that happened. Vang, he then raised his rifle and fired at Hessebeck as Hessebeck grabbed Willer's rifle with his right hand and dove for cover. The shots went past over Hessebeck's head.
I take it these are the words from the two survivors.
I believe so,
Yeah.
Though he could point but not aim the rifle because of a wounded left arm, Hessebeck tried to shoot back. But when he pulled the trigger, the safety was still engaged.
Aw.
He dragged the unfamiliar rifle alongside his body to feel for the safety and pushed it in. He pointed it again and fired once. He then heard a slight metallic sound from Vang's rifle and realized Vang was out of bullets. Vang fled the scene on foot and discarded his remaining ammunition, later stating that he did not want to shoot anyone else. Vang eventually came across another hunter riding an ATV who had no affiliation with the victims, and this hunter offered to give him a ride, eventually taking him to Vang's cabin. Vang was arrested when he returned to his cabin 5 hours after the shooting. An officer waited for Vang, placed him into custody, and transported him to the Sawyer County Jail, and his bail was set at $2.5 million.
Okay.
So, this is who was killed. Robert Croteau, age 42. He was hit center mass. Joey Croteau, 20. 4 hits center mass. Alan Lasky, 43. 3 hits center mass. Mark Roit, 28. A single headshot. Jessica Willers, 27. 2 hits center mass. Denny Drew, 55. Single gunshot. Also keep in mind that these are the only... keep in mind, the only 2 versions of the story we have are from the survivors who claim that Vang snapped, like went on a killing spree after he was told he was trespassing. I don't think anyone believes that they nicely were like, yeah, you got to get out of here and go.
Yeah.
And then he just snapped. I don't think anyone buys it. It doesn't make sense. Why would one guy take on 8 hunters by himself, like for no reason?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone buys that. And then we have Vang's version of how he said he was threatened by the group of racist hunters. They shot at him first, so he thought he was going to be killed, and he defended himself. He thought maybe some of the people came back with guns, and he had to take them out. It just seems pretty excessive.
It's like so like was it execution style? Like he's like, yeah, so I cut some of their coups or whatever. Where you
Count their coups,
I counted
dude.
some of their coups. So what if I took some of their scalps? Like those kill or be killed out there. Like what the fuck, dude?
I'm looking up Chai Vang right now.
Dude, I'm such a fucking coward, dude. If that dude shot at me, I know I probably would have like ran from them, but put the gun behind my head and just shot a couple times to try and scare them off while running.
Okay, the first video is from 4 years ago. I'm gonna pause it and read the top comment.
Oh, okay. I was like, what do you mean video? What's this about?
They got too cocky in numbers. Nothing would have happened if they just let Kai keep walking. I believe that. Those who knows Hmong people or have worked with them, Hmong elders never want to cause trouble, always mind their own business, and try to avoid problems at all costs. The next one. This case needs a retrial. Let's see. Yeah.
Unless they did all the cool comments get fucking deleted.
These ones are okay. They're like, they should have left him alone when he was already leaving the property. All they had to do was direct my bro out of their property. My brother was polite and apologized. All he wanted to know was how to get out of there. Anyone would have done the same thing he did. It's either kill or get killed in the heat of the moment like that. We feel bad about the people they lost, but also lost a loved one too. The other party messed up when they provoked him and then stopped him again on his way out of the property. So this stuff I do, it does suck. They should have just let him go.
Yeah.
I do agree. And then this,
I do get sending, like, if you're gonna go check his tag, maybe like buddy system, like just have two people there. That way it's not like although it's not too bad, like one guy can check your fucking ID, I guess. But the buddy system doesn't need to be 7 other buddies either, too.
Yeah. On behalf of all colored folk, I salute you.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah.
Chai Vang.
Dude, oh my God.
Yeah. There's like, it's fucked up. I think both, like I said, I think both sides obviously fucked up very badly here. I don't blame anyone for defending themselves. It seems excessive to me.
Yeah.
But okay, so now we come to the investigation and courtroom stuff. Vang claims that Terry Willers took the first shot at him from about 100 feet away.
Whoa.
And his shots back were in self-defense.
Okay.
Because he tried leaving. After leaving, he said, I think as he was leaving, he looked back or something, and one of them fired at him.
Okay.
No shell casing was ever recovered. However, Hessebeck admitted to firing a single shot later on during the incident when Vang noticed that he was still alive.
Wait, so real quick, got his ID number, checked his tags and shit. He was walking away from them 100 feet away and then was shot at.
I believe so.
That's crazy that
or maybe, I know that I think as he tried to leave, he tells a story in court. I remember watching it. He either gets surrounded once or twice. Like when he gets down in the tree stand.
Yeah.
I think they say shit to him and he tries to leave, but eventually people surround him again because he says like he's trying to leave and they stand in front of him and are kind of harassing him and shit.
It's just crazy. Like you're already, 100 feet really isn't that far away, but still you're 100 feet and you don't like get behind a tree and shoot and try and retreat. You push like it's fucking Fortnite, dude. Like,
so no shell casing was ever recovered. However, Hessebeck admitted, like, in his version where he said, like, he was still alive and he tried to fire the gun with the safety on, he said he admitted, like, firing a single shot that didn't hit anyone.
Yeah.
But even that shell casing wasn't found, so I don't know.
Now, it sucks. Like, if he never shot that shot, then he would... There's the evidence right there, but...
Hessebeck testified no shot was fired before Vang started firing. Quote, additional forensic analysis of Willer's gun was not performed by the local law enforcement, which caused the court to take a break from the trial. Yeah, I think neither the prosecution or defense asked for Willer's gun to be checked to see if it was even fired.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
That's stupid as shit.
I don't know. Yeah, they could have.
I almost thought they'd have to, like... I thought they would go through the woods with a metal detector to find his bullet so they could at least see the angle.
Yeah.
Because laying on the ground and shooting someone is a lot different than being 5 feet or 6 feet up in the air and shooting someone with a downward trajectory.
The statements of both Vang and Hessebeck state that Vang removed the scope from his rifle before firing his first shot. Vang stated that race was a factor, alleging that during the verbal dispute, some of the local hunters yelled out racial slurs at him, such as chink and gook. On the stand, Hessebeck admitted that Robert Croteau had called Vang a Hmong asshole.
Okay.
Hessebeck also admitted that he told law enforcement that Robert Croteau had problems with trespassers in the past, specifically citing Hmong hunters who often travel to Wisconsin from Minnesota to hunt. The term mud duck is often used in western Wisconsin to refer to Minnesota residents, similar to cheesehead being used to describe Wisconsin residents. Willers used this term to describe Vang when he radioed back to the cabin. Though the term does not necessarily have a racial connotation, the defense argued that it did due to the fact that Willers and the others did not know at the time that Vang was from Minnesota.
Oh, okay. I guess that kind of makes sense a little bit.
The criminal complaint states that Vang shot 4 of the victims in the back, and Vang himself admits he shot one victim in the back. He also shot many of them multiple times. The prosecution made use of these facts in arguing against the claim of self-defense. All right, so the trial began September 10th, 2005. Already there's controversy because the jury is all white.
Oh, okay. Because it's got to be in the state that it happened in, right?
So
yeah,
keep in mind, it's 95% white in this place.
Yeah.
All Caucasian, all American. This is what one of Vang's friends said. He said, quote, all Caucasian, all American. Why can't there be one Hmong? Why can't there be one minority in there? I believe only one person can judge, and that's God, but God didn't judge today. So I get that.
Yeah.
But here's what happened. The original jury pool of 450 people included minorities, but most asked not to serve on the jury because of a conflict or personal feelings, which that sucks. It does suck to not have one on there, but I mean, I don't know. That's statistically, that's probably hard.
Yeah.
So, Vang really hurts his own case here, though, as well. On the stand, he told the jury how he feared for his life, and he began firing only after another hunter had fired the first shot that nearly hit him. He detailed how they began to approach him and yelled slurs at him, so he fired back at each of them. Now, a language barrier, like language confusion, might happen here because he said that he shot 2 of the victims in the back because they were disrespectful to him. He recounted with clarity how he killed each victim while saying on the stand that he wished it wasn't happening, and he contended that 3 of the hunters deserved to die.
Okay.
So, like, they went through each victim and they asked, like, did he deserve to die? And he would be like, yes. Did she? And he would think, no. I think there's like 2 or 3 that he said no.
Oh, okay.
Which we don't know. Some of the defense say he didn't fully, like, deserve to die is different. Like, that's not actually what he intended to say.
Did they deserve to die because they assaulted you? Like, yeah, that person was trying to assault me. Yeah, they said bad words, and yeah.
Quote.
Which that kind of gets to the thing I was saying, like, if one person shoots you from the group, are they all assaulting you? Like,
yeah.
But then if they're technically a pack of people, they're all technically together, I guess.
Quote. And if they did radio in, like, to come and bring guns,
oh yeah,
maybe he heard that. I don't know. But regardless, only one of those 8 had a gun. Quote, Vang further testified that Joseph Croteau deserved to die because he accused Vang of giving him the finger and tried to cut in front of me to stop me from leaving. So one of the people that he said deserved to die was, I think that was the 20-year-old dude. I don't remember. But he said as he was trying to leave, the dude was flipping him off and kept, like, walking in front of him, like, to stop him from leaving.
Yeah.
And that was one that he said deserved to die. Further saying that Alan Lasky had provoked him by using a gun to threaten his life. Vang reenacted his deeds while on the stand, using his hands and arms to imitate the motions of firing a rifle. Vang's lawyers commented that some of his abnormal remarks were due to the language barrier. Therefore, when Vang responded affirmatively to the question that the Croteaus and Laskys deserved to die, he had misunderstood the question, and it meant that the men contributed to the circumstances that led to their deaths. On September 16th, he would be found guilty on all 6 charges of first-degree homicide and then 3 charges of attempted homicide. His public defender, Steve Cohn, quote, noted that Vang faced verbal abuse and racial epithets in his confrontation with the hunters, and that the jury selected for the trial was all Caucasian, despite the jury selection pool including minorities. On November 8th, 2005, he was sentenced to 6 consecutive life terms plus 70 years. He's never getting out of jail.
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. Well, unless he's the one guy who killed a prison guard, and the mayor's governor's like, you know what, fuck
dude,
it,
yeah.
take him off that one.
Yeah.
Unless his fucking governor's that guy.
Yeah. So 6 consecutive life terms plus 70 years.
Okay.
A sentence of life without parole. At the time, Wisconsin was one of the 12 states in the United States that did not have the death penalty. So these are the final thoughts that the writer who wrote the book called Tree Stand Murders, his name was David Whitehurst. He went to the trial. He intended to write a book about this, so he covered everything. A lot of these quotes were actually from his book that the Chicago Tribune wrote. So I pulled a lot of quotes from Chicago Tribune and I think quoted this. This is what his thoughts on this were. He contends that the slayings weren't racially motivated. He said race played a role, but it was not the primary factor some media tried to make it. He said, yes, the landowners were angry and yelled at him and used racial slurs, but they probably would have been just as angry if he had been white. I don't know about that. But
he wasn't there, but whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
he could have kept walking, but he turned around and started shooting. Even at his trial 10 months later, he said 3 of them deserved to die for the way they treated him. Whitehurst said the evidence and court testimony left no doubt Vang fired the first shot, that he chased down the Croteaus as they fled, that 7 of the 8 victims weren't carrying firearms, and that he coldly executed 4 of them with point-blank shots when their initial wounds didn't kill them. Hessebeck and Terry Willers survived only because Vang ran out of ammunition after firing his rifle 22 times. Terry Willers was the only victim carrying a firearm, and Hessebeck used his rifle to fire once after being shot. The others had been at their cabin and rode out unarmed on ATVs when Willers radioed from the stand site to say he was evicting a trespasser. What the Hmong people did during the war was fantastic. It was horrible that they went through, and especially what they went through, and especially when the U.S. pulled out and the communists moved in, they were merciless, especially to those who were part of the CIA's secret war. It was quite a victory when Chai Vang's father and mother got him out. The Hmong people did a tremendous effort toward the cause of freedom. It didn't work in the end, and that's, of course, why they came here. But in terms of the effort, I give them very high marks. I have respect for the Hmong people. I don't have respect for Chai Vang's actions or condone what he did. It was a verbal disagreement, and it doesn't justify what he did, killing 6 people. So that is our thoughts. That is the end of this case from me. Like I said, it's a very controversial case. I don't have a take for one side or the other. I think both sides could have and should have handled it differently. However, it's probably different coming from me being white. I don't know. Well, I don't know what he felt, like how scared and bullied and shit he felt being harassed and abused, like verbally abused, being, you know, a Hmong person surrounded by 8 white dudes. I don't know. It's not black and white. It's a lot of gray. They probably pushed someone too far. I do agree. It sucks he retaliated with such excessive force. Yeah, I think both sides. I wish both sides handled it differently, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. I don't want to start a lot of conflict and controversy with people in comments and stuff. I wish both sides could have handled it differently.
Did you ever play the video game of this?
What is it, dude?
It was like a group of like 8 people, and there's one killer that kills them. I think it's called Among Us.
Fuck. Damn, that was good. How did I not see that coming?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
All right, so Toof, what do you got? What are your thoughts on
that's
this?
about
man?
right. I mean,
Yeah.
they both started it wrong. Like, if they did harass him, that sucks. The execution style killings.
Yeah.
Like, I bet if he didn't, I'm not saying like if he wasn't such a good shot, but like if these people weren't executed, they were just like shot in the back once, a couple, maybe not all dead. Like, he killed 3 because he shot 3 of them in the head. The rest were just shot in the back once. You can kind of put it toward like, yeah, but like multiple shots, more executionish style. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
It's tough.
we don't know who fired first for sure, but
Yeah.
it's like
Is that the Star Wars
if
thing?
they
Is one of them Guido? Dude, what if that dude's name was Guido instead of Terry?
dude, the remake of those where like they edit Han
yeah.
to fire first and then it's fucking his head slide is so fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's...
They should have just let him leave.
Yeah.
I think they should have just let him leave. I understand defending yourself, but it was excessive. I mean, that's like one guy was shot 4 times, but it's like you can't push a guy like you should just let him leave. I guess I'll just end it with that because we'll just keep saying the same shit. They should have fucking let the guy leave. And I do think he knew he was on private property also.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in a tree stand that he didn't build, and I think he could see the cabin from where he was. So it's like, but I doubt they just were like, hey, man, you got to leave. I bet they were like, get down from there, you fucking chink, before I fucking shoot you. I don't know. That's just me saying. If I had to guess, that's probably how it went.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I believe.
You fucking, what do you call them, mud chickens? Mud ducks? You
Something
fucking
like
mud
that.
ducks always coming over here.
Yeah.
What do you mean? That's what we call Minnesotans.
Yeah, we're just talking about Minnesotas, man.
Yeah.
You fucking chink.
It's just the year of the duck. That's all. That's why we said it.
Yeah, so that sucks, man. The whole thing is sad. It does suck. Both sides. It sucks. Like it was like all right.
Has anything came
saying
out with this guy? Has he did any interviews or anything after? Or he's just serving his prison
not
sentence,
really.
I guess?
I saw his thing. I saw him in court telling his story and then them telling their side, like the 2 survivors.
I know if like his, not like family members try and cash out on it, but just like other people come out and just try and tell their story or what they think, or his wife was like, maybe he was a fucking abusive guy or some shit.
No, nothing like that.
Oh, fuck. I guess there is like a little bit of anger gun issues because it wasn't one of the things his wife said he aimed a gun or the daughter said he aimed a gun at them.
Yeah. So there are
okay.
a lot of stuff that don't, like the documentary.
And he has a couple of civil, what is it called? Violence.
It's like the
domestic dispute calls.
The documentary that I watched, that I didn't quote in here because I tried not to pull it. I didn't
because it
pull
might have painted him in a more negative light or some shit.
The opposite. It didn't cover any of that stuff. It didn't mention anything like that. It didn't mention like money troubles or anything like that. It was So I don't know. Well, will never. We weren't there. We'll never really know. It sucks. Yeah. I don't think it's as easy as some people are making it out to be. Like I said, I don't think it's black and white. It sucks. Especially if you're a minority dealing with a lot of racism surrounding you. It sucks.
Dude, imagine if you're in a little white cabin, guys, where they're like, yeah, there's some guy in a tree stand. Like, they say some Asian guy. They're like, should we bring our guns? And the guy's like, nah, dude, he fucking Asian guy probably hunts with a slingshot. I'll keep all your guns here at the cabin. You're good. Just go fucking talk to him.
Him with a slingshot, though.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah.
Fucking dangerous. But okay. So thank you so much for joining us on this episode. Before we shut her down, we're going to do our Patreon shout out. So if you support us on Patreon for $2 or $5 a month, you get a bonus episode every week. And every time we get a new sign up, we read everyone's names off. So I am starting to lose my voice now. So we're going to go ahead and go through these. Starting off with Australian Daniel. We got, what are you doing, too? We're going to cheer? We're going to say some excitement?
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Australian Daniel. There we go. We got Deus Ex Vagina.
Woo.
Missy Goldstein.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Grenier. Kevin Greener. Kevin Greenest.
The greenest.
We got Toof's boy Kaza London.
Oh, hell yeah.
We got our wonderful pirate captain badass Peyton Blackburn.
Oh, yeah.
We got Grace Kearney. We care so much for you, Grace. We love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
We got Felipe Juarez.
Yeah, Felipe.
We got our next guy. Where is he? He's up there in the light.
Oh.
It could only be Moth.
Moth.
I got to take a drink. My voice is gone.
I was guided by the light.
Okay, we got Regan Paris. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
We got our PF Flyers, Joshua Mendoza.
Mendoza.
We got Caleb H. We got
yeah.
W. Bush.
Oh, fuck
We
yeah,
got
dude,
Sarah
W. Bush.
Jenkins.
Sarah.
We got Ruben.
Ruben, don't stutter.
We got fucking, this is my sorry for 2004. Fucking Ruben stuttered. We got
Fuck yeah.
Conan Baldwin.
Hell yeah.
We got Sheba.
Woo, Sheba.
We got Liz.
Yeah.
Liz. We got
Oh, no,
Tim Prime,
Oh, yeah.
who cannot be here today. He's got an ear infection. So hopefully
That's what he said. He's got fucking hands-free Jack going on.
hands-free ejac going on. We got Hugo Stiglitz.
Oh, yeah. Dude, what a name. Hell
I
yeah.
know. We got our boy Jordan Rice. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
welcome. Welcome to the fucking party, dude.
Yeah,
How's-
Jordan, hell yeah. We're all in a club now together, aren't we?
Yeah, dude. The fucking massage parlor's getting a little crowded with both our teams.
You seem a little tense over there, Jordan.
We got our boy Austin Stevens. We got an
Oh, hell
open
yeah.
chair for you. Get a hold of Toof. Join us sometime, dude.
Yeah.
We got Trin Green. That is Timmy's sister. Thank you so much.
Comes in threes, Trinity.
We got Jordan Thompson.
Hey.
We got our boy Corn Shirt, who's been he has
fuck
had a
yeah.
cold and been sick off and on for like a month. So hopefully he heals up and joins us.
What's the, I got the medicine and this is the cure. The cowbell pretty much, but it's corn.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the Corn Shirt. We got JT. Hell yeah, buddy.
Wait, what? JT?
JT, dude.
Okay,
We got
dude.
Rob
Hell yeah.
Palenka. Do you just think JT Burns?
Yeah, I think it's
okay.
that JT.
Yeah.
So
We got
good.
Rob Palenko.
Hell yeah, he just traded for Luca. That's Rob Palinka.
Fuck, that's funny though.
Uh,
We got Rimmel Pope Himmel.
what? Is that a new one?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
What the fuck?
Maybe you haven't heard some of these.
Yeah, I
don't know.
probably haven't. That's funny.
We got Kylo Ren.
Okay, I've heard that
There
song.
we go.
Hell yeah.
We got our boy Boobin. Hell yeah. Thank you for always
Boobin?
liking shit I post on Instagram, the reels. I appreciate it. Boobin, we love you, dude.
Hell yeah.
We got Shelby Massey. Hopefully she's a Massey fan. I don't know, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
Mass. I don't know. Hopefully you're a big fan of us. Thank you, Shelby. We got Trav Rockwell. Rock so well. He
Hell yeah.
does. We got Amanda Nilsson. Thank you
Woo.
so much, Amanda. We got another Dan. I don't know which Dan this is, but
Oh.
thank you, Dan.
Hell
and
yeah.
then our newest supporter, we have Vagina.
Cute.
So thank you, Vagina.
Vagina. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we love you so much. We appreciate it. Those are our supporters on Patreon. If you want to get a shout out, every time we get a new supporter, we read the full list, and it means so much to us that you do this. We're halfway to the goal of $300 per month, and once we get there, Toof is going to film the Deuce Bigelow snail scene.
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna do that soon. If we don't get 300 within a couple months, which we won't.
Yeah.
But we'll
it's getting
do the
filmed,
Deuce
yeah.
Bigelow snail scene sometime in a couple months. And I think that's it. You got anything? Do you got any words of wisdom or anything too?
Oh, boy, probably not.
Sorry, this episode's a little longer. People usually like the longer episodes. Man, my fucking throat's killing me though. Good thing I did the bonus episode already. But while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and if you want to reach out to us, if you want to send us a case suggestion or you just want to say hi, you can get us on social media. You can email us at brotherscommonplace@gmail.com. I am on the Instagram. If you follow us on Instagram, I reply to messages on there. I think Toof runs the Facebook. I've never been on there once.
I wouldn't say run.
Oh, yeah.
I'm technically an admin on the Facebook, and
I've
once
never
every
been on
3
there.
months, I'll switch my Facebook to the admin one and look at it. and see it's like 50 messages from Indian guys saying,
Oh.
"Hello, sir. Would you like to boost your thing?" And I'm like, "I'm out, dude."
Yeah, I've never used the Facebook.
So like, if you message me, if you message the Facebook Brothers Commonplace,
yeah,
I'm fucking so sorry. I just never respond to you.
I would just
That's
message
on me.
us on Instagram.
Yeah.
I have that, and or the email brotherscommonplace@gmail.com. Yeah, special thanks to everyone listening, sharing with friends. We love, and you know what? Special shout out to our boy Jordan. I know we were just talking about him, but
okay.
he on Spotify you can comment on episodes, and I usually don't get them till a day or two later, but I see them and then I can like and post them. And we usually don't get any of those, but Jordan, we appreciate it, man. He always hits us up on there with those.
Oh, really?
And it does help us out with episodes, like people seeing and stuff.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Because
cool.
we'll never grow as a podcast unless like people are telling friends and stuff. That's the
Yeah.
only way we're gonna grow. And our listeners are great, and they help us out with that. And it really does mean a lot to us. It's
say,
awesome.
We're never gonna grow if my ass don't ever fucking respond to people on Facebook.
So we love that so much, especially when I'll randomly during the week, I'll see that like, oh, you're tagged in a story and someone's just like posting they're listening to the episode. I love that shit. That's so awesome. But yeah, too, if you got any words of wisdom or anything, dude? Nope.
I'm from the wise words of Timmy. Yeah, I got nothing.
All right. That's fine.
I do got one, but I think I want it told in the group setting
Oh, okay.
because it's stupid.
All right. We'll shut her
'Cause
down
it's
then.
stupid.
Thank you so much for joining us. Be good
Stay safe.
and laugh at the dark stuff.
Hashtag pretzel nuts.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag wildman. Hashtag pretzel dick.
Hashtag wild woman.
Hashtag blump kids.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hashtag butternuts.
Oh, I like that. Hashtag thank you, Mark. Hashtag, what else we got? Hashtag Mel Hall of Fame.
Oh, dude, yeah, so good.
That's fucking good. That was from, I think, our boy Kyle from I don't know if you still listen, Kyle.
Kyle Wren.
I think it was, no, I think it was
Yeah.
Kyle Pett, maybe. But
idea.
I'm pretty sure a long time he made up the Mel Hall of Fame.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much, and shout out to everybody that's still listening. We love you all. This is we love doing this, and just happy that people still listen.
Yeah.
All right, anything too? Before I shut her down. Wow, I went to take off headphones. I'm not wearing it. Did you just see
hell
me do
yeah.
that? Yeah.
I thought they were under your hoodie.
No, I saw the headphones right here, and I
That's
went to
so
take them
funny.
off. I would love to get Same Crit going again someday. I gotta wait for my babies to grow up a little more.
Oh, okay.
And then do it. And I want to keep the same setup. I know there's not as much room because I don't want to have to move shit. I want to be able to do both so people can just sit down and.
Isn't this the Oh, no, it was more spaced out. Okay.
Yeah, you had 2 tables for the players, then I had
Yeah.
mine over here. So we'd have to make it smaller. But okay, we're shutting down. Love you guys.
My ass hurts.
Oh my God, I thought you were just wearing underwear.